Brandon, why did now feel like the time for you guys as players to meet?
I mean, we're not playing well, but we've won a couple games, but we haven't been able to put it together. So, just put things out there, talk about it as a team, and move on. But it just felt like we weren't really putting it together. So we ended up calling the team meeting.
What was the overall message?
We won't get into the details of it, but we're just going to pick each other up and stay behind each other, we're gonna fight through this. So we're going to do it as a team.
Did you speak in the meeting?
No, I did not.
Francisco?
Yep. Francisco, Pete. There was probably 6 or 7 guys that ended up speaking up. So it was good. It was more of kind of like a let's just have a community talk about it. It wasn't necessarily like one guy saying, hey, you need to do this or do that. It was more just a community talk and getting things out there. It was good. It's good. We'll see. We'll see what if it works or not.
How does something like that get initiated this time?
We decided that we wanted to talk. One person says it, and then you all get behind it. And that's the way this team works. It's made up of very, very good people. So if somebody wants to talk about things, then we're all behind each other to do that. So,
Brandon, you said that you've won a couple games, but you guys haven't been able to put it together.
Yep.
Why do you think you have not been able to put it together lately?
I mean, the blatant answer is we're not playing baseball as a team. We're not playing very well right now. So there's mistakes all over the field you can point at. It's not one thing. It's not pitching. It's not hitting. It's not defense. It's all of them in different times. And we're not putting it together right now. So you're not going to win games in the big leagues when you do that.
How do you establish that sense of cohesion when you are going through so many injuries and you're obviously in this really long stretch right now?
Yeah, I mean, you just try and be behind each other no matter what, and be willing to be there for guys, if they have questions. I only got to this spot that I'm at because I asked a ton of questions, and I did not come to the big leagues the player that I am. So, be open to that and just be behind guys, and don't belittle anyone. Don't put anybody down. Try and be that person that is always lifting people up around you.
Is there anything said today that you hope resonates the most?
No, there was a lot of good things. So I hope it all resonates.
Did it feel at all similar to the meeting you guys had last year, or was it a different tone?
No, it was similar, because I feel like that meeting last year was an open floor too. So I feel like it's similar, and it's similar to other meetings I've had as well. I mean, this is not the first season that I've gone through a time like this. So, in fact, I think I've been here long enough to have seen a June like this, maybe even worse. So it definitely felt good, productive, and I think we'll look to build on that, one step at a time. It's not going to be fixed overnight. I'd love it if it was, but it's not going to be fixed overnight.
When you talk about playing as a team, do you feel like that is a morale issue, and has morale been suffering the last couple days?
No, I feel like morale's been great. That's the trouble. Got a lot of really good people on this team. We have people that are picking each other up, and nobody has blamed one side or the other. So that's tough when you see good people and you see good teammates and you see guys that are very talented going through struggles, because you want it bad for them too, and you want everybody to come through, but that's just not the way sports work all the time, especially baseball. So we're just going to be there for each other, and I don't feel like that has been an issue at all.
You were the one that called the meeting. How did it come about today?
After the game, we all sat here, and it just happened. We were collectively as a group, we decided to start talking to each other, and that's what good teams do. We all rely on each other. We all bounce ideas from each other, and it was just a team thing.
What was the main takeaway?
That everybody's pulling for each other, and there is a sense of urgency, and everybody loves each other, and everybody's on the same page.
What made this the right time for that?
It just felt like it, you know. It's just you sit in the clubhouse all of a sudden, it's like, all right, everybody starts talking, you know. So it's just it happened organically.
Besides you and Pete, who were some of the people who spoke up?
I don't really want to talk about it. It was just a good group of guys talked for sure.
Brandon had said that he didn't feel like you guys have been playing as a baseball team, as a cohesive unit in the last couple of weeks. To you, what does that mean, playing as a baseball team?
We're all pulling for each other. I believe so. And just enjoying the moment, you know, and just supporting each other, just making sure we are counting on each other and passing the baton, you know, and just not trying to do too much. The guy next to you can do it as well.
Do you feel like sometimes guys put that much pressure on themselves?
Of course, it's natural, you know. It's we're all professionals here, but we're human as well, you know. It's everybody wants to get it done, you know. We all want it just as bad. It's just we go through ups and downs in the season. This is adversity, and we got to deal with it and try to come out and try to win as many games as we can.
Brandon talked about how it was just good to have guys have an open forum to get stuff out, similar to last year. When it gets to this point, can it just be almost a release of tension that maybe has subtly built up over the weeks?
You know, it's very interesting because we are in a position where we're taught to keep things inside. Mm-hmm. And also when you start seeing guys talking, we all go through the same thing. It seems like we're all going through the same thing at the same time. So why not talk about it, you know? And it's good. It's a good group of guys talked, and to your point, it makes you not feel alone. It makes you feel like you are playing a team sport.
Were any challenges issued?
Challenges?
Challenges like
What do you mean?
somebody saying, "Hey, you know."
Challenge each other?
Yeah.
Every day we all try to challenge each other in a way of like just go out there and give everything you got, you know. Mandy has said it many times, Antoine, the hitting coaches, every single day. So it wasn't like this, it just happened, you know, and just people talking. It's just nothing crazy.
What did you feel was the point to stress when you spoke?
I don't really want to talk about what I said, you know. It's a great question, but I don't really want to talk about it. It's just part of the process, part of being in a team sport.
If you allow me to try again, what do you hope maybe changes then from here or improves?
Nothing but winning. At the end of the day, it's all about winning. And this is not rah-rah. This is not like, it's just now this season is going to turn around. We are competing still. We are one game or a game and a half for first place. And we are in the top in the wild card. You know, this is not like a magic thing. There's nothing to do with that. Nobody's hoping for that. This is not how it works. If that's how it worked, we would have done it probably a while ago. But it's just part of the adversity that we're dealing with, and just like I said, it's good to look each other in the eye and just understand that we're all going through it at the same time. And this is a team sport.
Francisco, to your point about where you guys currently stand in the standings, the only reason that you're there is because of the type of dominant first 2 months that you guys did have. So when you look at what has changed in June, is there anything that you can pinpoint as to why it has turned in this way?
I mean, I can only talk about myself. I haven't performed to the standard, and just other teams have outplayed us. That's what it comes down to. You talk about dominance, and when you're dominating, you're outplaying other teams. And then right now, I'm not playing the right way. I got to do a much better job, and we're just getting outplayed.
Pete, what was the message you were trying to get across in the meeting today?
I know. I'd rather leave that for the boys in the room. You know, I thought it was a productive gathering, and I'll leave it at that.
What for you has been just overall the biggest change during this recent downturn compared to the way you guys were playing early in the season?
You know what? I think I think it's obvious we're not playing our best baseball. I think, just collective, like as a group, whether offensively, defensively, base running, like we're not playing our cleanest baseball. We're not playing to our maximum potential right now, and it shows with the record, and we're definitely not playing consistent. We're playing good games. We're staying in games. I think we need to do a better job finishing for sure. Playing a complete 9 innings, and overall just playing our most clean baseball on a consistent basis. I mean that was our identity. We did a great job. That was our identity, first while there, when things were excellent. But yeah, we've gotten away from playing our cleanest baseball for sure.
Pete, Francisco talked about not necessarily having a rah type of thing, and what do you think was the best tone to maybe strike here when talking to the guys?
I think for me is kind of like a private thing. Is a very productive, open discussion. Is very productive and great. But yeah, is whatever was said. I'll leave it for the room.
Francisco did say that sometimes in a season when things are going this way, you kind of individually put a lot of pressure on yourself, and it's good to hear that everybody's going through it. For you personally, without talking about whatever's been said, have you been putting more pressure on yourself as these losses have started to mount?
I want to bring the same attention to detail every single day. Whatever my opportunity comes, I want to be as prepared and ready for it as much as I can be. And for me, I want to stay consistent emotionally. I want to stay consistent with whatever approach I have against the pitcher. I just want to be in my space and be able to execute in order to play clean baseball. That's what I want to do ultimately. Am I perfect? No. Are any of us perfect? No. Baseball is an imperfect sport, but I think for me, the biggest thing is staying within yourself and not trying to do too much.
How much do you think it helps guys mentally just to have open communication amongst each other during stretches?
Well, I mean, this is a good group, and the reason why we have those discussions is because we expect a lot, and then also we care for each other. We want to win, not just individually but collectively for each other as a group.